summer of 2013, my husband Larry and I went to pick up my stepdaughter at a meeting place halfway between our home in Oregon and her mother's home in California. My stepdaughter was supposed to stay with us for 5 weeks. When we went to go pick her up, she was in deplorable condition. And the only thing her mother sent for a 5-week stay at our home was a small box with 6 children's movies, a tube of lipstick, and a pair of Holy underwear looked like they had been rat chewed with mold on them. When we got into our vehicle, I noticed that itching her head very intensely. So when I turned around, I could see her entire hair moving from head lice. We stopped at a rest stop so that the girls could use the bathroom. I took my attention off of my stepdaughter for just a few minutes to help my other child. And when I turned around, my stepdaughter was eating a sticky bun out of the rest stop trash can. A few days later, while my stepdaughter was taking a bath, she told me that she was really happy that nobody had to check her no-no like Angie did anymore because she was at our home and not her mother's. And she told me that it was because instead of taking her to the doctor, her mom, Angie, would press on her no-no to make sure that it was okay. I immediately called CPS. My stepdaughter underwent a grueling physical exam. It was discovered that she not only had vaginal and anal tears, but that she had a herpes lesion, an active herpes sore, on her private area. And she also had MRSA boils on her butt. Hearing about the extent of the trauma that she suffered made me really question whether or not the abuse was caused by an adult. My stepdaughter began telling me that Terry had showed his penis to her. She even stated to us that at times her mother would be laying in the same bed with her back to her, and that she would be screaming and yelling and reaching out for her mother to help her to save her from what Terry was doing, and that her mom would just keep her back to her and not do anything because she fears the abuse that Terry does to her. Our family really needs justice for my stepdaughter. It is really imperative that Terry is arrested and that he serves time for these horrible acts that he has done. And I also feel that Angie belongs in jail too. If it weren't for my husband and I, my stepdaughter would still be living in a nightmare.
So as I'm listening to the tape, I asked my wife, do we have documentation that this, that this all happened? And unfortunately, yeah, like this is horrific. Mm-hmm. As you as her mother, right?
Yes.
How do you explain, I mean, I don't know where to start, the raping, having genital herpes, and we're talking a young age. I can't say exactly how young, but we're talking about a young girl. To have all this going on, and not even talking about the head lice and eating out of the garbage and things like this, how could this possibly happen?
Well, Steve, I can tell you like this, it's all a made-up story. My daughter was well taken care of. I love my daughter with all my heart.
Do you agree that something happened to her, though?
If a doctor has stated that something has happened to her, then something must have happened to her. But it was not by my fiancé.
Kids don't catch genital herpes by themselves.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Right.
No. My fiancé would never touch her in any way like that, and I sure as hell would not let anything happen to my daughter.
Do you believe that your daughter said that your fiancé did something to her?
If she did say that, she was coached to say it by them.
So she never came to you and said,
no,
hey, he's doing this to me?
Nope.
How is your relationship with your daughter?
We are very close. She's my world. All my kids are. She's a mama's girl, Larry wasn't around, so Terry took over, And
how's your relationship with Larry?
Basically, since they've had my daughter, I've been nothing but kissing their butt in hopes to have my daughter back in my life again.
And because they've had her for how long now?
It will be 2 years in July. There's no way in hell I'd let anything happen to any of my children.
Because if you did, you would belong in hell, right?
Yeah, I would.
They provided a ton of paperwork of interviews and medical tests. The authorities got involved, medical records, interviews, DCFS, child abuse experts, and most of it, they believe that your daughter was abused.
You chose the right man over my daughter.
You know that?
You
know
sit
he didn't
there.
do nothing
No, you
to our
sit
baby.
there. When my daughter's in the hospital, dying. My daughter's
My
dying,
baby is
and you sat
innocent.
there and let it
You put
happen
her through
with a
all this.
rapist.
He
Regardless,
didn't do
look at the
nothing to
dates.
her, and you know
You
that. You're
knew
a
it. Knew it was
for
going
being
on.
As you, as her father, what do you believe happened?
I believe she was being raped. She wasn't being molested. She was being raped
By who?
in their house.
By her in her house.
Yes. I wasn't the one who mentioned her fiance's name. My daughter was.
I never abused my daughter. You did. What the hell's wrong with you? I would never touch my daughter.
She ain't your daughter.
You're a sicko.
She ain't your daughter.
Yes, she is. You've never been there
someone
for
you can
her.
lay with.
I've always
She's not
been
your
there.
daughter. She ain't your daughter.
No,
Get that
been
picture
there.
out
He
your wallet,
provided
too.
She is my daughter.
No. No.
You're the one that abused her. I've been there all her life. You never did nothing for her.
How dare you?
Daddy.
And my husband have touched her.
You're a
Every
sick
day.
bitch.
You haven't talked to her in 6 months. You told me not to talk to her. I took her.
You told me not to talk to her because
You
of
haven't done nothing.
investigation.
Have you ever had any sexual physical contact with your daughter? And you replied no. Have you ever coached your daughter to say that Terry sexually abused her? He answered no. And the results for both questions came back the same, and it came back that Larry told the truth. We gave you lie detector test. This is the portion just about the neglect issues concerning your lie detector test, Angie. And did you say one at a time? Okay. Angie, we asked you, prior to Larry taking your daughter in 2013, did you treat her for head lice? You answered yes. And to that question, you told the truth. Prior to Larry taking your daughter in June 2013, did you know that your daughter had MRSA? You said no. You told the truth. Did you know that your daughter had bed bug bites? You said no. And on that question, you did not tell the truth. We asked you, have you ever failed to feed your daughter adequate meals? You answered no, and you did not tell the truth. All right, Terry, you came here and took a lie detector test. We asked you, have you ever sexually molested? You know what, before I read this, if he were to fail, would you stay with him?
No.
Okay. Have you ever sexually molested Angie's daughter? We asked this of you, Terry. You answered no, and you did not tell the truth.
I never touched her, hon. Honey, I swear to God I didn't. I never touched her,
We
babe.
gave Terry this test not once, not twice,
I never touched her,
but 3
honey.
times.
No. I never touched my baby. Honey, I never touched her.
This is Angie's.
Baby, let me take
shut
another
up now.
test. Babe, please.
This
I
is.
want to lose you,
This
honey.
is.
I did not do
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay. Keep saying enough, and somebody will believe you. Angie, you came here, and we asked you a couple questions whether you knew what was going on with this creep over here, and we asked you, have you ever witnessed Terry sexually abuse your daughter?
With all my heart.
You said no, and to that question, you told the truth.
I wouldn't touch her, honey.
Not so fast. Prior to June of 2013, did you know that Terry was sexually abusing your daughter? And you answered no, and to that question, you did not tell the truth.
See what I'm telling you, honey? I didn't. Come on.
You look at this camera right now and you tell America
Please, baby,
that
don't.
anywhere in America, we will never see you with this guy
Babe,
again.
Right, I'm
Please.
leaving him.
Please,
I'm
babe.
sorry, I can't do this.
You know I'm not like that. You know I'm not like that, hon.
Better? I'm showing
No,
fake
don't,
tears. Fake tears.
But I know what
Where's
I
the
get in
tears?
my heart,
Where's
Steve.
the tears?
Why would I tell my girl that's a
Because you
no-no?
are a creep. That's why.
Why would I tell my girl it's a no-no? No, I don't.
You get
asleep.
My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm an investigative talk show host with a law enforcement background.
It was my life or his.
My job is to get truth and justice for everyday people. Watch our videos now.